Did you get scammed?
A lot. A lot. I am very happy that you brought that up. We did got scammed a lot because everybody used to think of us as newbies, kache khiladi, and they used to charge us 100% more or 150% more on simple items, man. If there is this element, let's just say that if you buy books, for instance, and there is no MRP on book, it's like you don't know what the price is. Internet never, there was nothing on the internet relating to it, and now you're in the market and you're just there smiling, and you just don't know that what's gonna happen. Like I said, I want this book. He said okay, and please sit.
I want money.
Please sit. Would you like to have tea or coffee? And we were like, no, water would be fine. And then they were like, why do you want this book? We just said that we are kids, we are trying to start out, and we just thought this book would be great. So they were like, okay. So this book is for, let's just say,
so like an honest conversation would be like, would you want tea, coffee, or should we get to where I fuck you?
Exactly. An honest conversation would exactly sound like that.
Like, सीधा दूँ या थोड़ा बातचीत करनी है?
The scams are very well planned. So this guy came and he said like 1,000 rupees for a perfume element. So let's come to a real story. So 1,000 rupees for this element, and that element was like half kg. So half kg element of that was 1,000 rupees. And we were like, okay, 1,000 rupees. We can bargain, and he was like, nahi, theek hai. So 900 best, 10% off, 900 best. I give it to my regular customers, but you are first time your kids, you take it. 900 rupees for 500 grams, like that. Now when we got the gist of it, we worked on it and we wanted more. We were paying him 900 again and again on reorders. We were paying him 900, then we paid him 1,800 ka 1,500 ho gaya when we were buying in bulk. So one day, luckily his shop had a shutter down. We don't know why. Maybe it was because of lockdown or something, but his shutter was down, and we were like, fuck, we need this element ASAP. We have orders in our hands, and now what we do?
So what you've taken orders already?
Yeah, we taken orders already. We took a bulk order for corporate gifting
Right.
at that very point, and we needed that element.
So these two are out. These two fragrances.
These two were out. They were out. They were in the hands of the, we sent out samples.
Okay. So when you're finding out, let's go back a little. When you're finding out stuff like, how do you reach these two? How do you get to that point? Like, is it an idea? Like, let's have something earthy and let's have something from the ocean, or like, it's just struck you, or
it just struck me. It just struck me.
It came to you, or did you like actively look for it?
For once we decided in which tone we wanted the perfume to be, so I chose that a perfume that I would wear daily would be something citric, something oceanic, breezy. So we then dived deep into it, and then we saw that these flowers can make these kind of smells that stimulates the ocean. And then there are these synthetic oils that can make or stimulate the ocean when mixed with these elements.
So like this came out of your personal choices, right?
Yeah.
You actively looked for these things, right?
Yeah,
these flavors and these fragrances. All right. So you made these, and now you want to actually get it out. Now you're getting scammed.
Now we're getting scammed. So we sent out samples to one of local offices in Gurgaon, and they were pretty happy with it, and they wanted it in bulk. So they wanted to gift it to their employees. A corporate gifting was undertaken with us. So we undertook that order. It was we got paid in advance, some amount in advance, and some was due on delivery. And we ran out of the element, and we were paying 1,000 rupees for 500 grams. And luckily one day the shop was closed. 900 rupees for
unluckily.
Unluckily one day the shop had its shutter down, and we were shattered. We were like, we called him, and
he took the money, and
no, he gave us he was like direct. But one day पता नहीं क्यों बस दुकान बंद
You
थी.
just say, oh, AWOL.
हाँ, बस दुकान बंद थी. So we used to pay him and he used to give us no credit. So it was pretty direct. So we were like, fuck, now what we do? Now we went to the shop in the left and we asked, why is this closed? He said, no, some family event is happening, so he's closed, not picking up his calls. We were like shivering that we have this big order on our head that needs to be fulfilled.
How big is the order? And like,
For a
where are
startup, that
you
was quite big.
in terms of your orders?
So
How
that order was for 60 bottles.
How many have you sold at this point?
More than 500.
So you're like,
For 60 bottles at that point of time.
this is your biggest order.
60, yeah. And at that very point, we just sold 20 bottles in the market. And
Yeah, that was what I was asking.
So
So you have 500 in stock.
yeah, right now, ready.
All right.
Ready to be dispatched right to your home doorstep, free express delivery.
हाँ चल बाद में add back to
So we have 500 bottles ready as of now, but it's a process. So we were getting scammed. No, you know what happened? Then we went to the shop on left and we asked, why is this closed? Then we went on the right, why is this closed? Then we searched the internet for that same element and then we went to Wazirpur. Out of the blue, it was very far. We called that guy and he said that yes, I do have this element. What is your minimum ask? We said we needed 1 kilograms of it. He said I only 2 barrels of 250 kgs. And I was like, please bhaiya, please samjho isko. We need it ASAP at whatever cost. I will pay you double. He was like, okay, come. I will not transport it. Transport will cost more than the order itself. We were like, okay, that sounds a bit sketchy. So we went there and we got 1 kg of it. And
the double price was let me guess. It was cheaper than what he was selling you.
it was cheaper, but the question is by how much?
So okay, first of all, did he like charge more, the Wazirpur guy?
No, he was charging more according to retail sale.
Okay,
Because
so
he was a
he
he was
didn't
a
scam you.
He didn't scam us, he
So-
was a B2B guy.
So what was like the difference?
So the difference. So for 1 kg, we usually paid about 1800. But for 1 kg, he said that आप लोग retail का खरीद लियो इसलिए महंगा पड़ रहा है. And he gave it us 1 kg for 700 flat. He said
And
this
what-
is the retail price.
What were you buying it for?
1800.
Holy
And we-
fuck!
And we got it for 700.
1100.
And we got it for 700 flat out in front. And he said this is the retail price of it. That's why it is costly to you. And we were like, no, this is not costly to us. But it was a big increase in our profit margin. Yeah,
That's when you knew you fucked up.
we fucked up. So, and our research on that element was less, I'd say that. So whenever you step out, full research kar dalo.
Like the world is full of vultures. They will come to you, right?
Welcome to you. And we were the ones who used to visit the scammers shop and we were like, bhaiya kaise ho? Bhaiya अच्छा हो गया." We were like, "आओ
Blood-sucking
मारो."
vampires.
आ जाओ भैया मारो मारी. So 700 and now we buy it in bulk 20-30
Call out
kg.
that guy. Fuck you.
Now we buy that in bulk like 20-30 kgs and 50 kgs. So it costs us around for a kg it costs us around
Did you go back?
550-600.
Did you go back to that guy?
No, never. Why would we go back? You know, we now sometimes move across from a shop and he's like, भैया बड़े टाइम से आए नहीं. And we are like, यार कोई नहीं, हमने काम छोड़ दिया. So we were like, that's a college, that was a school project और हमने वो छोड़ दिया. अब हम परफ्यूम भी बनाते हैं. नहीं कितने काम है, ये नहीं करते हम. So point नहीं होता ना लड़ने
So
का.
like okay, so you had, and I don't think ये अकेला था.
Yeah.
और भी थे.
There were scams, but not this big. Not this
Alright.
big. Not this big.
All right.